Welcome to Sell Me Your Team, the podcast where one host tries to convince the other to join their side.
Today's team is the shining blue of Liverpool, England, Everton Football Club. I'm Beckett, your host, and today I'll be trying to convince my co-host, Jack, that Everton is a step above the rest. Jack, get ready, because by the end of this episode, you might just be a toffee.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to hear all about Everton, and I can't wait.
First, let's dive into the history, because Everton isn't just any club. It's one of the founding members of the Football League and one of England's most historic teams. This is a club with over a century of top-flight football, league titles, and a reputation built on tradition. Everton helped shape English Football Club into what it is today.
That's right. It's time for a 60-second history. Starring our very own Beckett Bradshaw. All right, Beckett. 60 seconds on you. Take it away.
Everton Football Club was founded in 1878 in Liverpool, and in 1888 they helped to found the English Football League. From then on, they quickly became a powerhouse, winning their first league title in 1891 and building a reputation for stability and tradition. Everton moved to Goodison Park in 1892, one of the oldest football stadiums still in use, and the club has spent more seasons in England's top division than in almost any other team. That's 72 consecutive seasons in the Premier League. The club's most successful era came in the 1980s under manager Howard Kendall, when Everton won 2 league titles, an FA Cup, and a European trophy, also known as the Cup Winners' Cup, becoming one of Europe's best teams at the time. Since then, Everton has struggled with some seasons spent barely escaping relegation. Relegation happens to the 3 lowest teams on the season's bracket, where they're put in a worse league next year due to their poor performance. However, in recent years, Everton has been back on the rise, which can be attributed to our great manager, David Moyes. Last year, in August, Everton moved into the new and improved Hill Dickinson Stadium, a much better complex to weather many more matches to come. Through the ups and downs, Everton remains one of England's most historic football clubs, a team built on tradition, pride, and persistence. It goes without saying that Everton has a great history. Even the fans nicknamed as the Toffees is rooted in the history of the surrounding toffee factories to Goodison Park. Whew, that was a mouthful, but there's the 60-second history. I hope it wasn't too fast for you listeners at home.
Man, that was a lot of information. I think all I caught up to was soccer and toffee. But I do have one question. What exactly is relegation, and how do teams come back from it?
Relegation, as I said, is when the 3 teams that perform the worst in the season get moved down to an easier league. The main leagues to be relegated from the Premier League, which is at the top of the football pyramid. From there, it goes to Championship League, League 1, and League 2. To get back from relegation, a team must finish in the top 3 of their league. This is called promotion, but is common for teams that have been promoted to be relegated again the next year, as they struggle to climb the pyramid in another league.
That's an interesting concept. But I would like to hear more about Everton. Tell me about what it means to be an Everton fan. I want to know about the spirit of the team.
Sure. Everton fans are known for being incredibly loyal. With only a total of 9 Premier League wins, they stick with the team for what it makes up in spirit. Through good seasons and tough ones, they show up, they sing, and they support. That's the kind of dedication that says everything about what this club represents.
Wow, you talk about it almost like you've been there in person to experience it.
Well, I really have. I've not only had the experience and pleasure to go to Goodison Park in person. Not Goodison Park, sorry. Goodison Park in person. Sorry about that. Not Hill Dickinson. I've yet to be to Hill Dickinson. I saw a game against Tottenham. We got absolutely crushed, and still the atmosphere was a sight to behold. We didn't even have the best tickets, but there was singing, chanting, and all of these traditions, and it was just amazing to be immersed in that. And even here in our humble town of Madison, there is an Everton fan club in the surrounding area. I'm not a part of it, but I think they have a WhatsApp, and they discuss from there. And they go to events, and they go to bars in the area, and they just watch the game and really enjoy it. And it's really cool. A very good community. Meet friends that share an interest with you, and I think that's what really makes experience all the more special.
That sounds like a fun team to be a part of. I think you might be a little too young to go to a bar. And I honestly haven't heard of Everton before recording this, but I don't know, maybe you have me here.
Yeah, you can almost say I'm an underdog in that respect. And that's our next point here. Everton doesn't always have the biggest budget or the flashiest signs, but they fight. Every season, they battle to climb higher and prove that they belong among the best. Being the underdog means everyone means something. When big clubs win, it's expected, and I feel like that expectation can kind of take away from the joy of winning and being there with other fans, feeling that exciting atmosphere. When Everton wins, it's earned. You feel the tension, the fight, the relief. It's sports in the purest form, uncertainty and grit. There's also something real about supporting a club that doesn't just buy its way out of problems. I've seen so many clubs in the Premier League just totally avoid and skirt around some of the more heavier restrictions just because they have a lot of money and they're a big moneymaker for the Premier League and they don't want to penalize them for that. However, Everton fans stick through the rough season, rebuilds, and chaos. And that loyalty creates one of the most intense fan cultures in football. You're part of a team that prides itself on its resilience. So, in other words, underdogs also give you identity. Anyone can pick a powerhouse and celebrate trophies, but backing Everton says that you value perseverance, history, and character over convenience. It's like rooting for the main character before the comeback arc happens.
I mean, me being a Jets fan means I know a lot about being an underdog. We've always been doubted, overlooked, and for good reason. You know, we haven't been very good in the past years, but we have Super Bowl III under the belts. And even me being a Dodger for Madison, this football season we've definitely been overlooked at the 7th seed, made it all the way to the sectional finals. Unfortunately,
yeah, I was at that game. It was a hard-fought one. It was kind of crazy, the turnover. It was really anyone's game.
Yeah. Can't believe it.
So, Jack, after the history, the spirit, and the underdog fight, are you sold on Everton?
You know, I'm not a big fan of English football. I'm more of an American football guy, but I think I will become an Everton supporter. You know, that underdog is, you know, it's one of my favorite parts of sports. You know, seeing always the little guys, seeing them win, even against like the big guys. It's always fun to see, and the spirit, it just sounds like a lot of fun to be a part of.
That's great. But I would have to warn you, you know, it's a hard fight. And given that you already support two teams in sports that, you know, aren't the best, maybe this time it'd be good to root for one of the bigger ones. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode of Sell Me Your Team. I'm Beckett Bradshaw. He's Jack Streit. And thanks for listening. Until next time, choose your side wisely. And let us hear from you on our polls on our Instagram @SellMeYourTeamPodcast. Did I sell you my team?